What's up, YouTube? I've had a lot of requests to start basically a news segment where I cover news each week that's happened in Yu-Gi-Oh! Or things that are going on, product releases, upcoming product, just things that keep people in the loop of what's to come, what's happened. And so, people leave the game for 3 weeks and it turns on its head. So let's get into it. And first off, welcome to the TCG, Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. It's been a while since it was released in OCG, and it's a little bit too late for it to have much of an effect. Most decks that have extra deck space room will be playing Black Rose Dragon like Shadows, but it makes them have to Unicore first and Necros. I still don't see much of a point, but it's here. YCS Seattle, my friend Johnny Nagel here. Look at that handsome face. He managed to win the giant card over in YCS Seattle. Speaking of Seattle, we have 22 Necros decks, 6 Cliffords, and 4 Burning Abyss that top that event. After draft, Barrett Keys managed to take it down. So congrats to Barrett. A lot of people said he deserves it. I have never met the person, but Billy says really good things about him, and I want to congratulate him. Welcome to the club. And then we move on to YCS Prague. We have 23 Necros top, same amount of Clifford, 6, and 3 BA. But over there, they actually play it out. And guess what manages to take it? Dante and his boy, Masked Hero Darklaw managed to take it, interestingly enough. And so we might see an increase in the play of Burning Abyss. It's pretty interesting that out of 32 decks that top, 3 Burning Abyss managed to fight their way through and 1 takes it. So I have to talk about the Secret Forces. It came out. Bryonic is $120, Valkyrus is $60 currently, and Trish is $35. A lot of people are complaining about this. Well, the thing is, let's look at the Secret Forces. Okay, the Jin that came out, that does the Jin lock everything, he was $10 as a rare before Secret Forces, and it went down to $1 or less. Preparations of Right was $20, and it's down to $2. It could have been a $30 card, and you need 3 of those, and it was from SOVR, an older set. You have Abyss Dweller, $15 generic rank 4, and it goes down to $2. You have 3 ofs in the deck, like Unicore, that are now $2 to $3. You have Kaleidoscope is $2. You have, Colossus at 1.5, Sherd at 1.5, and then you have 2 entire other deck types in Yosenjus and Ritual Beasts that are actually viable. An entire Yosenju deck with extra costs $180. An entire Ritual Beast deck is even less. And, people want to complain about the price of Bryonic, Valkyrus, and Trish. And what I don't get is, you buy a case of any set. You buy a case of Duelist Alliance. Do you expect 3 Dantes? Do you expect, do you expect 3 Dantes out of a case? No, you expect about 1.5. There's 8 different secret rares. There's 12 boxes. Do the math. Chase rares are chase rares. So thinking that you're going to get an entire deck out of 1 case has never been the truth. It's never been close to the truth. And it shouldn't have been expected. They did an amazing job. It's a lot better than back in the day when we had to deal with Dark Arm format. And despite the dominance of this deck, other decks can still play, can still win. And it's a pretty fun format. And speaking of this format, we are not going to see any change in it probably until the ban list or until this set. And Cross Souls is not coming out until March 15th. This is the longest I've ever seen a product take to come out of a core set. SECE Secrets was January 16th, and the Secret Forces, a Hidden Arsenal-like set, was February 13th. And in between this, we're going to get reprint sets. We're going to get Premium Gold 2, The Return of the Bling, at March 20th with 21 new cards, but they're going to support decks like Black Wings. We're also going to see errated ban cards. We're going to see cards like Crush Card Virus, perhaps Chaos Emperor Dragon, and they're going to be errated. So this is on March 20th, right before the announcement of the ban list. So this is going to be a pretty interesting set. to have happen and see what happens with the format. If Crush Card comes back, Burning Abyss could really take advantage of that, depending on if they go with the Japanese errata or not. I would believe they would have to, but I don't know. World Superstars comes out on April 17th with 52 new cards coming to the USA. That's the set. And we'll see Worlds cards. We'll see. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Well, not very clean. We'll see the 2 Worlds card, the Blue Eyes and Dark Magician XYZs reprinted in this, as well as 52 cards that were released in the OCG and never released here. So that should be pretty interesting to update decks a little bit too late, like Chronomalies, but who knows? But the thing is, it seems like we're going to be in Necros format for a while. Then, at least it's going to last probably through YCS Chicago and until we have other support. Like we have, where did I put that? We have a new. I guess I was on Dueling Network for that. Let me log in for you guys. I also have news for price updates coming up here. Let's skip the intro and profile viewer. Nope. Let's see here. Deck constructor. So we have El Shadol. This will be in that upcoming set, Cross Souls, and it gives Shadols a fighting chance. It must be fusion summoned, of course. Neither player can special summon monsters from the hand or graveyard with spell or trap effects. So it's a walking emptiness for Necros, and they're going to have to learn to adapt to that. But again, this deck will then have to survive against Yosenju's, Burning Abyss, and who knows what updates to Burning Abyss will happen in the set, because it's a TCG exclusive. So this card is going to give Necros problems, and we're going to see how they deal with it. Also might see an interesting Necros Shadol mix since it's a water, but it's hard to mix those 2 archetypes and make it effective. So here was the top for YCS Prague. Congrats to Carl, our United States representative, and like I said, Necros pretty dominant. And let's go to some prices. Castell and all rank 4s. All rank 4s seem to be on the rise because you have Yosenju's, you have Cliffords, and you have Necros all fighting for rank 4s. So Castell is about $20. The lowest buy now is $18. Probably will sell out. Dark Rebellion has risen to $15. Exiton, 26 plus. It was an average of 30 a few days ago. Interesting tech card has risen to $10. Trial and Tribulation, whenever you would tribute up to 3 monsters, you get different effects depending on that. So if you tribute 2 monsters, you can get 2 cards, monster cards back from your graveyard. So let's say you tribute twice during the turn in Necros, you get back a Bryonic, Colossus, a Valkyrus, whatever you need. It's pretty nuts. So we'll see how that. And Shared Ride is staying stable around $8, countered to Necros. So like I said, how do you... Oh, yeah. New Spellground announced the first multicolored Spellground coming out, Salt and Pepper. I like their original design where this stayed black, but I can't argue with it. It's pretty cool. It'll be on the V3 fabric. Shout outs to them.